Spray the adhesive side of the film with your application solution. Then, carefully lift the contamination from the film. If the area of contamination is larger, rinse the film and lightly rub away the contamination using your finger. You may be able to squeegee off the contamination from CDA adhesive film. Respray the film and lay the film back into place. Spray the film and squeegee the application solution to the edge of the window frame. Complete the installation process using an absorbent paper towel or cotton cloth and your hard card to whisk away any remaining moisture. Cleaning in preparation for French panes is similar to that of larger panes of glass. Scrape the glass clean using cleaning solution and a 3-inch Triumph scraper or razor blade scraper. Pay particular attention around the frames to ensure that any excess paint, putty, built-up dust, or other contaminants are removed from around the frame. Continue to clean the glass using a scrub pad and/or lint-free cloth or paper towel to remove any leftover residue around the perimeter of the frame. Be careful to handle the film as little as possible to avoid contamination of the adhesive. Notice how well the film fits to the glass and how easily and quickly the installer can apply the film when it has been pre-cut using the computer cut system. After using the squeegee to affix the film to the glass and to remove mounting solution from under the film, bump off any excess moisture from the edge of the frame using a hard card wrapped in a lint-free cloth or paper towel. Begin with the uppermost row of panes and work across the row and then down to the next row of panes on the window. This will eliminate any possibility of introducing contamination to film already applied on panes lower down the window. Here, the installer has slightly overcut the film. Notice how the installer aligns the film on 2 corners, allowing the excess to slightly overhang the frame. The film is then squeegeed to about 1 inch from the frame to the side with the overhang. The installer then performs a final trim to remove the excess film. Always remember to use a fresh blade when making a final trim of the film. Squeegee the balance of the mounting solution and bump off the edges of the frame as shown in an earlier segment. If the film is a pressure sensitive type, you should be able to score the film and pull it away slowly from the glass. Use your Ulfa knife to score the film vertically. Peel back an edge of the film and slowly separate the film from the glass. When the film has been completely removed, spray the glass with your application solution and scrape the remaining adhesive off with a Triumph scraper. For films with CDA type adhesives, use a long-handled scraper with a new blade and clean a path along the center of the glass. Then, strip away the remaining film in overlapping strokes. Work from the middle to the outside edges of the glass to avoid damaging the frame or gasket system. You may use a smaller Triumph scraper when you get to the edges of the frame for more control. Afterwards, spray the window with application solution and again scrape the glass with your Triumph scraper. Clean the blade as needed and dispose of any adhesive residue properly. Before installing new film, re-clean the window as shown in an earlier segment. This technique works well on PS adhesive films. Use either clear or white plastic trash bags. Avoid using black plastic with any windows that are exposed to the sun. Thermal stress could potentially damage the glass. Cut the trash bag so that it will lay flat against the glass and is large enough to cover the entire glass surface. Use an ammonia-based window cleaner and affix the plastic to the glass. Trim the borders as if you were installing film, but do not squeegee out the cleaner. Allow the glass to soak in this manner for approximately an hour. Longer in cold climates or if it is not sunny outside. If this is being applied to a sputtered film, overnight soaking is recommended. Once the required amount of time has passed, lift an edge of the film and remove the film along with the trash bag. Before installing new film, re-clean the window as shown in an earlier segment. With heavier films such as safety and security films, it's a good practice to cut the film on the diagonal at the corner of the window frame in order to reduce the likelihood of excessive creasing or crinkling of the film as it is being set back into the frame of the window. For illustration purposes, we have pre-marked the frame at a 45-degree angle to show the angle at which to cut the film. The primary difference when installing safety and security films is the amount of pressure required when squeegeeing the film onto the glass. Notice the additional amount of pressure being exerted by the installer as he leans into the glass pane, coupled with the use of a heavier squeegee blade on the handle. In this example, the installer is using a power squeegee blade with an 8-inch crush grip handle. This will give the installer a great amount of leverage that is needed to successfully affix the safety film to the glass. Here, as the installer completes the installation process, he is continuing to utilize additional pressure with a 5-way tool wrapped in a paper towel to remove any moisture that may remain and to seal off the edges of the film. This attaching system is used to anchor the edges of the film and to hold the glass in the window frame. This creates a protective system that helps absorb energy and allows the window frame to still bend and twist. If the glass breaks, it will remain adhered to the film and to the frame, increasing personal safety. Tape off the glass from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch from the edge of the frame. Use this measurement as a guide when you apply the material. Place the sausage tube into the caulking gun. Using a sharp knife blade, cut a slit approximately 2/3 of the way around the end of the tube. Affix the tip onto the caulking gun. The tip of the gun should be cut big enough so you can have material touch both frame and film. Lean the gun back about 10 to 15 degrees. As you start dispensing material, you should have a slight ball ahead of the tip. As you continue, try to keep a consistent ball. This will allow the material to flow deeper between the glass and frame, reducing air gaps and the amount of tooling that will be required. As you approach a corner, ease up on the gun and allow the material to ooze to the corner. As you rotate the gun around the corner, place the tip at the corner and slowly start running the material until you see the ball and continue around the frame. When you finish, lift the gun slightly and back towards your last run to avoid stringing. You may tool the material as needed. Start by forming a 45-degree angle and always keep your tool close to the sealant to avoid stringing the material. When you have completed the process, remove the guide tape. Peel the tape back at a narrow angle to the sealant to avoid stringing. Clean excess sealant with a plastic razor blade or general purpose cleaner. Although there are many similarities, exterior film installations require some distinctive measures to ensure a successful result. First, a more concentrated cleaning solution is required due to a higher amount of contamination from the outside elements. Exterior film, with the exception of graffiti guard, requires the use of an edge sealant to prevent edge delamination, metal oxidation, and to ensure weather resistance. Due to the hardness of this coating, special care must be taken during installation to avoid creasing the film, and proper edge sealing is required after installation. A final word of caution, installation of this product is not recommended on extremely windy days or when temperatures fall below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Before beginning installation, make sure the length of the film is approximately 1/4 inch longer than the width of the glass. Then, spray the glass with cleaning solution, making sure to completely saturate the glass and scrape the entire surface with a Triumph scraper to remove a majority of the contaminants. A word of caution, if you hear a scratching sound as you run the scraper over the glass, stop immediately and check for damage to the glass. Wet the glass again with the solution and completely clean the glass and frame with the scrunch pad. This will further remove contaminants and give the glass a smooth surface. Wipe the edges of the glass and frame with a lint-free towel to remove excess water and contaminants. Make certain all loose dirt is removed from the frame and glass. Spray the glass one last time with cleaning solution and squeegee dry. Repeat the entire process if necessary. Due to higher likelihood of contamination from the elements, it is recommended that the installer have the film pre-cut for rapid installation. Either a manual reverse roll or two-man liner removal method should be used. The OSW film adhesive is pressure sensitive and will stick to anything it comes in contact with. It is protected by a disposable release liner that must be removed before application. Once removal has begun, immediately begin spraying the exposed adhesive with mounting solution. Spray the glass and squeegee to remove all remaining dust and particles. Spray the glass thoroughly with application solution and quickly lay the film onto the glass. If the film is cut squarely at two adjoining corners, it may be positioned along the top edge and one of the sides of the frame for final trimming and installation. If it is found that the frame isn't square, the film should overlap the frame on both the left and the right sides by about 1/4 inch. Hold the film in position at the top with your free hand and slide the liner away. Spray the film with application solution and lock the film in place with a horizontal stroke of the blue Power Max squeegee. Squeegee horizontally in overlapping strokes. Using a trim guide or hard card, make a final trim to leave a 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch gap between the film and the frame. This gap is necessary to facilitate proper edge sealing of the film. Respray the glass and with your squeegee, make overlapping horizontal passes from the top to the bottom of the frame all the way out to the edges. Wrap your hard card with an absorbent paper towel or cotton towel and make a final firm pass along the entire edge of the frame. This will remove the maximum amount of moisture. It is recommended that the glass be allowed to dry for several days before applying sealant to the window frame. All exterior film applications must be edge sealed to prevent moisture ingress under the film and to maintain warranty protection. Use only an edge sealant from the approved list. Substitutes will void the warranty. As you can see, by following the instructions in this video, installation is easy with SolarGard's flat glass films.